Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the E51 podcast. And I got myself Hector, also known as CN6. And with me, I got Hob.
What up?
And I got Jazzy.
How's it going?
Jazz. Just Jazz. You think it'll be okay if I just call you Jazz?
Jazz or Jazz, either or.
Put your Jazz on my knob. All right.
It's
that, yeah, man. I have.
I feel like
it's just like something inside of me. Like I just
what do you
have to.
What the fuck?
Like I just an urge to say that joke. You know what I mean? Like I just like when I say Jazz.
When he said there's something inside of me, I thought he was roasting me.
No, well,
because of something inside of me. I thought you were going like sus with it.
yeah, right. Like
Yeah, but
all right.
some of your sus is rubbing off on Hector.
Yeah.
bro.
No, man. It's because the last review was it lives inside. So
He was like, it lives inside.
yeah.
that was funny. That was actually funny. But tonight we're gonna be reviewing The Creator by the director of who is that?
Gareth Edwards.
Gareth Edwards.
And he directed.
He directed the Star Wars spin-off movie Rogue One.
There we go.
He also did Godzilla.
That's
Yeah.
right. He did the first one.
First one,
The
bro.
very first
And
one.
I can't remember. Was that fire?
That was fire.
It was really
Yeah.
good, bro. Remember, we both had the same complaint where like it was fire, like it was pretty good, but Godzilla was barely on screen.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it
not
was
like a
that.
That was the
movie.
one that focused more
Oh.
on the humans, and Godzilla had a few scenes where he fought.
Okay.
Where he
But
fought
they were
that,
hype because there was.
It was
Yeah.
lit. The fights were cool, but it's just like, damn, like Godzilla rarely ever see him until the third act.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I got you. And but before we get into it, guys, I'd like to remind you guys that you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, Google, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Make sure you follow our socials at HeRayVision Podcast or go to HeRayVisionPodcast.com. You're going to see all of our links through there. Also, make sure you follow our second YouTube channel called HeRayVision Clips. That's where we'll upload all of our clips, or if you don't have enough time to listen to the whole podcast, we'll post all the highlights through there. Also, make sure you follow our main page called HeRayVision to stay up to date with any geek news and films, TV, and video games. The socials are at HeRayVision or go to HeRayVision.com to find all of our socials. All the links will be down in the description. And sorry if I'm like doing all that sniffling and stuff. It's allergy season, man. The season is changing, man. Every time when the seasons change, bro. Like
Batman comes out.
That's crazy.
The Batman and Hector comes out.
Dude, imagine, oh my god, bro. You know how lame it is to like have allergies, bro.
I can't be Batman.
Like, dude, no, bro. Like, imagine it's fucking. Like, imagine Batman. Oh shit, it's raining in October. Seasons change. Leaves are falling. Fuck. I'm fighting motherfuckers. Well, like, come on, man. That's the lamest shit ever, bro. Like,
Imagine it,
like-
like in the Batman movie, bro. He goes, you know, the thumb drive joke. He goes thumb drive.
for real. Sorry, my bad.
allergy. Yeah,
He uses the thumb. My bad.
yeah, he said thumb.
No, but like for real, like what kind of person, what kind of man is gonna be, what kind of man is gonna be allergic to pollen?
Apparently, you and a bunch of other guys.
Yeah,
and
bro.
other people in general. Honestly.
Dude, I just hate that so much. Like during the spring, I love spring, bro. But during that time, like it's the pollen and everything, dude, my allergies get bad. I mean, you guys know, I'd be sneezing.
Yeah.
I'd be sneezing so much. I would tell you guys, stop telling me, bless you. Like,
Oh yeah,
like stop, because Mario would do that all the time. You too, but like mostly Mario, he would do that. Bless you. Mario, shut the fuck up. Like I appreciate it. I'm blessed, right?
I'm blessed.
But like
I
this is
know
not
I
gonna
am.
stop, bro.
I don't need you to remind me. That
Like
I'm
this,
blessed.
like Hob, like I would sneeze like 5 times in a span of like 3 minutes or 2 minutes, and you say bless you for every single one. I'm like, bro, like stop. Let's just stop. Like it's not gonna go away, bro. Let's just like move on. And like he stops, he ends up stopping. So, but yeah. Anyways, The Creator, man, fuck, dude. This movie, when the first trailer dropped, I thought it was Star Wars, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I thought it was
Because
Star
the guy
Wars.
directed a Star Wars movie.
yeah.
Yeah, when the trailer dropped, I'm like, okay, like what is this? It's another Star Wars movie, and I was looking
Because
at
isn't like, and you know what, bro? Because I've been to the movies.
Yeah.
With other people before, and they've all said the same thing. Is this Star Wars? Because that first shot is like the space shot.
Yeah.
With the futuristic towers,
Right.
and you see that missile going.
And it's funny because that thing kind of looks like the thing in Rogue One. Remember? It kind of looks like an Eerie. Not saying exact.
I think,
right?
the antenna.
Yeah.
thing? I got you.
It
Yeah,
kinda
yeah,
looks
yeah,
like that, yeah.
Yeah, bro. So I was so I remember we saw it, and I think I turned to Mario or whatever. I'm like, because I like to see Mario's reaction. I'm like, oh shit, it's Star Wars. I want to see this dude's reaction. And then apparently Mario was like confused. I'm like, what? What is this? And then I see people getting shot and stuff. I'm like, oh, they have guns. I'm like, Or like they had like that shit doesn't look like Star Wars. I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, first reactions. I thought it was just Star Wars. I'm all right, cool, I guess. But then when it wasn't, I was like, whoa, is this like a spin-off or like what is this? And it was definitely intriguing, especially that in the trailer we even see like people like dying or people getting shot. And I'm like, I could swore like Star Wars that they don't do that like to that extreme.
Not necessarily, bro. Just because Star Wars,
Disney and shit.
it being owned by Disney, and also it was movie like the original trilogy back in the 70s and 80s was intended for kids. They don't go super extreme. The newer stuff, yeah. Sometimes they'll push it a little bit, just kind of like a little more maturity, kind of like Avengers Endgame, like and seeing Thanos get decapitated, like cut his head off. Like they'll push it to a certain extent, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, they never go crazy with the deaths. Bro.
Not like that. Not like that.
Well, yeah, we'll get into it more, but I almost forgot the comment. Let me read this comment, guys.
Oh.
So stay at the end of the pod because if you listen to our previous pod, It Lives Inside, we answered a question from a listener, Josue. Shout out to you, Josue.
Josu.
At the end, and we were going crazy and stuff. And Josue actually responded, and I'm going to read that response at the very end of the pod. But right now, I'm going to read a comment that was left on our Spotify on the It Lives Inside
Oh shit, Spotify.
review.
Shout out to that person.
Yeah. No, it's from Francis.
Francisco.
Yeah. 4 days ago, he says, another great episode. Made me laugh out loud for reals. Keep up the great work. Good looking out on an age check in the cast. Yeah. LOL. Hey man. Hey.
That's funny as fuck.
Hey man, you gotta watch out, man.
Y'all thought I was be slacking, girl.
Hey.
I think from now on, I'm just gonna assume that when it comes out, I'm like, oh, he probably looked it up.
Yeah, right.
It's like, how would you look it up? You didn't pull out your phone once during the movie.
That's true, bro.
It'd be like,
Yo.
you sure about that?
Hey, I don't know.
I just know, bro.
Midway, he just looked it up. But yeah, that's what he wanted to say. I wanted to bring that up. Shout out to you, Francis, bro. But yeah, anyways, we're back in. Okay, first reactions, Mario, let's start with you, bro. First reaction with the trailer, man. Were you hyped?
The very first shot, I agree with you, bro. I'm like, I knew it wasn't Star Wars. I'm like, this is very Star Wars.
He knew? Because
okay.
he's like, I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm like, I would have heard.
I didn't hear about this. George Lucas didn't tell me about this.
Yeah, facts,
that's how he knew.
Okay.
Yeah, so the first shot, I was like, because it reminded me of Rogue One, the thing. I was like, that looks like that. But then once I saw it play out, and then once it got to the scene where it's directed by Gareth, I'm like, that's why this shit looks so familiar to me, because he did that Rogue One movie. But no, I was intrigued. Sci-fi, this type of movie is like, it's my niche where I'm like, it's very easy to draw me into it.
Hell yeah.
And so, I mean, his shots in Rogue One were absolutely incredible, like the cinematography, and in this movie, I would say the exact same thing too. Shot, and I don't know, it was my most anticipated movie for this month. For sure.
Okay, so it's
for the month of September.
Yeah,
probably me too. That and Saw.
So yeah, right. So it's safe to say, Mario, like you had high expectations for this movie.
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay, and we'll talk about if it met them or not.
Yeah.
What about you? Have like your first reaction too?
So when I saw the trailer, right, I saw how the story was being told. You know, the trailer is supposed to pitch you the synopsis, right, in 2 minutes. And when I saw it, by the end, I was like, oh, The Last of Us in space. That's how I took it.
Yeah.
Right. But after watching the movie doesn't even take place in space. It's just the future. So that was where I was wrong. But I was like, okay, it takes place in space, right? Because it's the director of Star Wars.
And you also mentioned that it was like Mandalorian.
Yes, based on the plot.
Okay.
Because it's not really a spoiler, right? The synopsis of
give a synopsis
of the Mandalorian is that the Mandalorian is like a bounty hunter, and he does jobs for money. And one of those jobs was he was sent to kill a person who was like thousands of years old or hundreds of years old or something like that. And when he gets there, it's baby Yoda, it's Grogu. And he was like, what the fuck? So you imagine like that species just ages slow, right? Because he's like a few hundred years old, but it's still a child.
He's 50.
Or 50, my fault.
Oh, he's 50?
Because I know it was like a high age, but he's a kid. That was the thing, right?
Yeah.
So instead of killing Grogu, he takes him in and instead takes care of him. And the Empire was like, what the fuck? He was supposed to be a target. Now you're the target. And they're all coming for after him. And he's got to protect Grogu for 3 seasons.
Well, no
shit.
But,
no spoilers.
And then when I saw the trailer for the creator,
that's very similar to this.
Very similar, because he finds this kid who he's supposed to kill, but instead takes him in. Now the trailer makes it seem like he takes it in the same way Mandalorian's like, oh, he's just a kid, I can't kill him. But when you watch the movie, there was a different reason behind why he spares the kid,
Right.
which I liked because I had a feeling I was gonna know where the movie was gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that they kind of threw this extra little layer to the story plot, I was like, oh, okay, cool. That's actually a little more interesting.
Yeah.
But we'll get that. We'll get there eventually. But that's how I took it. I was like, oh, it's either it's The Last of Us in space or just Mandalorian.
Yeah.
With people.
I mean, that's exactly, I will say, the plot. You know, what's going on in the world is it's a futuristic world where AI and robots are a thing. They're actually like kind of viewed as equal in the beginning. They got really intelligent, really smart, and now there's this war on Earth, right, between the AI robots and the humans, right, and that's essentially what's going on. We're gonna go more deeper into it into the spoiler section, but that's what's happening. And like Wahab said, the main character is ordered to eliminate this
Weapon.
But
you find out
it's the kid.
it's this little girl.
Yeah.
And for reasons that you don't quite know because of the trailer doesn't tell you.
Yeah.
He takes the kid in, and now they got to outrun the bad guys type shit.
Yeah. And so, I honestly, even though I would say, even though this is very similar to what you said with Mandalorian and or even The Last of Us, I still really liked it. Even though it was, I think this is what 65 wanted.
To be,
yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. Yeah.
Because now that I
forgot
watched
about that movie.
Yeah, right.
I'm surprised you brought. I forgot, but okay.
Yeah, because that's what they tried doing. Yeah, remember?
With him and the girl.
And I think this movie did it a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I really liked it. Mario, I know Mario mentioned to me that he didn't really buy the relationship. Do you want to get into not spoilers?
Where?
Or do you want to?
That's tough.
Where?
No, I mean in terms where like.
In this movie?
I didn't buy it in terms of like we all know his his motivation, the main character, on why he eventually like I guess you can say he does what he does later in the movie. And to me, at the end, he obviously his motivation at the end.
Yeah.
Is very like he cares about the kid.
So how far into the movie do you think, like the first act, second act, third act, like where you just weren't buying the relationship between the main character and the kid?
I think whenever he tried to those moments where he's like saving her and all that shit, it's not because he's doing it's like, oh, it's a kid, I gotta save her. It's like, oh, I gotta save her because of this. Actually, that's what it felt like to me. Even in that one moment we got, and I'm just gonna say the bus scene. I'm not gonna say that, so I'm gonna say it's not a spoiler. But that scene, like that was like the scene where I was like, okay, that's like the most I ever felt like true connection between the two.
Yeah.
For me personally, but then at the end you find more shit and it helps, but it's kind of like, to me it was like a little bit too late. Even though we got that one scene.
Yeah, we'll get into it more in like I said, in the spoiler sections. What did you guys think of like the overall world?
Oh, I loved it. The world,
dude, I thought it was cool.
The world was really cool.
Like, I really think there's potential to like this could be more than one movie.
That's tough.
Like I would want to see more.
I don't.
Sense. Oh,
I think this is better fucking.
All right, why?
No, I just mean like this movie.
Really?
This movie served better as it's a standalone thing.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, bro.
Okay.
Especially in this day and age, bro, where like Hollywood is just waiting to see which one of the projects they put out is gonna make hella profit.
Yeah.
So they could just milk the shit out of that one franchise as possible.
That's facts, bro.
A lot of people tend to do that. Like, look at what happened with Conjuring with all them spinoffs and all those. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just feel like nowadays, bro, Hollywood just wants to see what sticks, and then when they see that something works, they add a springboard, a fuck ton of spinoffs and sequels and a bunch of shit that doesn't need to be. Sometimes, bro, as hard as it is to, as crazy as this may sound, especially for any listeners out there who are younger. I'm talking the age of 16 and younger. Mm-hmm. It's okay for movies to be standalones. Mm-hmm. There doesn't have to be a sequel. There doesn't have to be an expanded cinematic universe. Like, sometimes it's just one movie and that's it. Like, motherfucker, why are you putting out Titanic 2?
Is that actually happening?
No.
But
that's an example. That's an example.
Hey man, I never know when Hav is joking for real, man. He just knows shit.
Or like for me, like me personally, I've always wanted an Interstellar 2, but it's like I don't need it though. It's already good.
Oh, I got you.
Like, it leaves you wanting more, but it's like I understand it. I want another one, but it's like
I guess
the movie's already fucking godly.
I guess the reason why I say that, Hav, is I want to see more of it. Is because because in this movie, guys, like they're not afraid of death, man. You know, they're not afraid of death, man. You meet a lot of different people. Death is definitely there, and they're trying to show you the true nature and the fear when it comes to war, right? Excellent. And I really like that, and especially there's some scenes where it's kind of a little bit gruesome. We're like, oh shit, okay, you see blood and everything. And you see people shooting each other and all these different things. I think the reason why I say that, Hav, is because I like that. So, like, Star Wars, obviously I haven't got into Star Wars yet, but I already know it's not going to be like that.
No.
And so, the fact that this is like a rated M older brother of, like, Star Wars, where it's more gritty. They even say the R word, the grape word. Like they're unfiltered, and I really like that, a mature type of sci-fi Star Wars world.
Yeah,
does that make sense?
Yes.
And I think that's why I like, because I like that. I want to see more of that. I want that. Be its own
I don't know
Wars.
what it's rated. Javi might know, but when you
probably rated R or something.
No,
I'm talking about like what I'm gonna bring.
It's gotta be because they never say fuck.
Yes, they have. Yes, they do.
Could have sworn.
If they do, it's only once. That's the limit.
No, they said it. No, they said it twice. Remember that one scene where the main character says "fucking." Let's play a game where "fucking."
Oh,
something "fucking."
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then the kid repeats it.
Oh yeah.
That's 2 fucks.
That's 2 fucks.
Hey, bro.
I think the limit is 2 then.
No, no, because remember.
Look it up hot really quickly.
They also say it. No, they say it again. But either way, I was gonna say.
But they say the R word though.
I was gonna say like.
So what?
That's PG?
Yes.
Really?
PG-13?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh shit.
But I would say, because we talked about it on the way home, Rebel Moon. It's PG-13, bro. That's crazy.
Oh, it is? Fuck.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna say you might like Rebel Moon.
Dude, y'all would be surprised the shit that goes down in PG-13 movies.
Yeah, I had no idea, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Well, and that's another thing too I wanted to bring up is the next sci-fi movie that's like Star Wars like is Rebel Moon.
That's coming out in December.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, and on Netflix, right?
On Netflix. That was the Star Wars.
Is that the
movie.
rated R film type shit?
That's the one you're probably thinking of. Is Rebel?
He
Moon.
wanted to make.
Is that the rated R?
So yeah. So obviously it features our boy.
Well, either way, I really like that, dude.
The mature
and like,
aspect.
Okay, so another question I have, right?
Rebel Moon is PG-13.
That's crazy.
Damn, bro. Okay, whatever.
Wow.
But either way, I still like that how this one was really matured.
Yes.
You know, because. And my thing is, my question is, if I like this movie, because I do like this movie, and I like the world, I like the sci-fi, I like the robots, all this shit. My question is, since I like this movie, do you think I'll actually like Star Wars? Or would I be like, oh, this is too friendly for me. Like, this is too kiddie for me.
You will think that.
That's my worry, bro, because growing up as a kid,
yes.
I saw Star Wars everywhere.
Yes.
Right. Even the whole Luke, I am your father. Right.
Everyone knows about that.
Exactly. They even Toy Story 2, all that bullshit. Right.
Yes.
So, I remember watching Cartoon Network where they showed Clone Wars or some shit when I was like 11 or something, and I thought, yo, this shit kids, man.
Yeah. Because it was Cartoon Network and Disney XD
and even the first Star Wars movie that I saw, I know so long ago, I got to rewatch it.
It was in the 70s.
Yeah, and that one I still felt like it was like not like. It was just kind of friendly, kind of like a kid.
So the
type
reason
of
is
vibe.
because George Lucas was making movies targeted at kids.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's targeted at kids. That's
makes
why
sense.
it feels that way, and you are gonna feel like that.
Yeah.
For a lot of these movies,
Okay.
especially maybe the first, like 4 or 5 movies in the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not until like the later projects, the Star Wars projects, when Disney bought them out, is when they'll actually start maybe amplifying the violence or the drama and shit.
Yeah.
It's not going to feel like that as much.
Mm-hmm.
And I did hear that as far as the Clone Wars cartoon, I had a friend at work who loves Star Wars and he loves Clone Wars. And he's been telling me, like, bro, you got to watch it. You got to watch it. You got to watch it. Mm-hmm. And I tell him, like, bro, I try to watch it. I get to episode 2 and I'm like, it's too kiddie for me. It just feels lame. He goes, trust me. That's how it is. It's lame and kiddie for the first season. Season 2 up to 7 is when it fucking picks up. Yeah. And I take his word, but I just haven't gotten through it.
No, yeah.
So based on what he said, even Clone Wars, which people praise it to be fantastic, right?
It is.
I've heard. I'm not saying it's not. Jesus.
Mark getting defensive, bro.
I get it. But that first season I did hear is like that. But supposedly seasons 2 and above, it's not like that.
Dude, it gets like cinematic to the point. Yes. Man. It's like fuck.
And especially the Star Wars projects that come out that came out during the Disney Empire era,
Yeah.
right? Even then, look, both good and bad Star Wars, because there's been bad under Disney's rule. Disney's just fucking stupid. But under their rule, like good or bad, they do amplify it a little bit. Nothing
It's
crazy.
nothing like this, bro. I'm gonna tell you that
Nothing
right
like
now.
this movie.
Dude, I
Nothing
like this
too-
though, man.
And it's nothing too crazy.
They push it to like
Okay.
the Disney.
Would it be
extreme, I guess
fair
I'm
to
saying.
say if you're a Star Wars fan, you'd like this movie?
Yeah, you
that you would like the creator?
Yes.
You would enjoy it, yeah.
What do you think, Hav? What do you think, Hav?
Not really, bro.
Whoa! How?
Not really.
Mario says yes, but you say
be-
nah.
But it's because
Okay.
it's not because Star Wars, it takes place in space and shit. This movie never takes place in space. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
dystopian.
futuristic.
It's just post-apocalyptic future.
Even though we do get some shots in
I'm more
space.
thinking of like if you like Star Wars, you like sci-fi.
if you like sci-fi, you'll like it, but not specifically Star Wars, because
Yeah.
Star Wars is like space adventure.
Yeah.
That's like saying, hey man, if you fuck with Star Wars, check out Star Trek.
Star Wars is sci-fi.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like how I see it. Like if you fuck with Star Wars, watch Star Trek. Like that's how I see it. If you like sci-fi movies, like that deals with robots or like future shit, like then yeah, you'd like the creator. But it's not like Star Wars. A lot of imagery and a lot of, I think that's basically it. Imagery. A lot of the imagery feels like Star Wars because the guy that directed
Made Rogue One.
that made
Yeah.
the spin-off Star Wars movie
Well,
directed that. So like a
Yeah.
lot of it's influence.
That makes sense.
It would be a better question like if you fuck with Star Wars, would you like Rebel Moon by Zack Snyder? That would make more
Yeah.
sense per
I
the
was
story
gonna
that
ask
we
that,
know
too.
about that. That would make more sense.
I mean, I'm excited to check out that one too.
I am
Rebel
too.
Moon, just
I
see
hope
what's
it's good,
up.
bro.
You know what I mean?
Just because Zack Snyder's been hit or miss.
And you mentioned imagery, right? Real quick, man. I want to mention the imagery
Cinematography?
and cinematography in this movie, bro. There were some cool shots,
There's a lot
bro.
of cool
Like
shots,
very cinematic shots, dude. Like it
it's
was
funny
really.
because I feel like we're so used to like MCU and DCU
Yeah.
and like all these movies and shit, bro, that when we watch a movie with actual cinematography, we're like, wow,
It's like, whoa.
we rarely see this and it's beautiful.
That's true. Yeah, dude.
And
It's-
it makes me want to be like, man, like, where's my Spider-Man movie with this kind of cinematography? Where's my Avengers movie
Yeah.
with this kind of, you know what I mean?
yeah, dude.
Where the whole screen, where like there's not hella CGI that's noticeable on screen, bro. Like it's one of those things where
And-
you go watch this movie, you're like, fuck, I forgot this is what cinema is, and it kind of makes you think like, damn, am I turning into that old ass motherfucker? Remember Martin Scorsese?
Oh, yeah.
The motherfucker that hates on cinema. You see what he
Yeah.
put? By the way, side
What's
tangent.
up?
Did you see what he said recently?
no.
So recently, because he's on this whole thing where you know how he was like, "Oh fuck superhero movies, I don't fuck with it." He said that they call them he calls superhero movies amusement rides. Did you
Oh
hear about
shit.
that?
No.
That was months ago. It was like last year.
I don't think
Because
I
he
have.
says that because people go and watch Avengers Endgame, and everyone's cheering and shit because hype shit's happening on screen. But he's like, nah, man, it's not real cinema. That's just amusement parks. It's just amusement attractions for movies because people just go for the wow factor. They don't actually go for the cinema.
I mean, dude. I mean,
And I will say,
I think I might agree because
I would agree if it was phase 4 and 5. I did not feel that way for the
Oh.
first 3 phases of Marvel.
no. Yeah,
personally
no.
don't
If
believe
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm like thinking about the newer
shit.
Yeah. Because like honestly, bro, if we're because the cinematography imagery in here, bro, was really fucking cool, and even in Oppenheimer, right? That was fucking cool. And
Yep.
even though this movie I was like let down, but I always bring it up. It was The Northman.
Yeah.
There was really cool shots in that fucking movie.
Yes.
You know, and I really like that. And I've noticed that these shots, this type of cinematography mostly happens when it's more serious and there's a lot of emotion into the story and the characters. Because there's a lot of emotion and a lot of different themes in this movie as well. And I think the themes in this movie really corresponds really well with the cinematography, right? Where you just see bombs being dropped on these villagers or whatever. You see the fire, everything's kind of slow motion. You see the little kid like looking off in the distance, and it's that cool shot. Like I don't know how to explain it, man. It's just I really like the imagery and the cinematography in here. And I'm curious, is that type of cinematography in the newer Star Wars? Like, it's just a random question. I'm just wondering.
It's in The Last Jedi. It's in Andor. It's in
Okay.
Only select shit,
Rogue
bro.
One.
Because
Okay.
all directors are different.
yeah.
Okay.
Every
makes
director
sense.
is different, have their own style. they got
Someone
their
in
own flair.
Ahsoka.
What about Ashoka?
Why you keep saying that?
Isn't that how?
It's
they,
Ahsoka.
How do they spell her name?
Ahsoka.
There's an H in there, so
You don't pronounce it. It's Ahsoka.
Because it's HS, not SH.
HS. so it's Ashoka.
No, you keep saying.
You're saying Ashoka. It's Ahsoka.
Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad, bro. I thought it was Ashoka, man. Yeah, bro. Why do you keep saying that? Yo, Mario about to like go crazy on me, man.
That's my second favorite character.
What's your favorite movie?
From that?
From Star Wars?
I'm biased, but it's episode 3.
What if I say that was trash? You'd be like, yo.
I wouldn't care because everyone
back.
has their own opinions, bro.
Take that back. You know what I mean? I gotta sneeze. Let's talk about the acting, Hav. Because, oh my bad, y'all. I'm about to sneeze and shit. Because I would say, the reason I want to bring up the acting real quick is I really liked the kids acting. Because surprisingly,
fun fact, this is the only movie that kid's been in so far.
Really?
Wow. This is the first role that.
Well, they killed it.
Good job.
Yeah, man.
They killed it because I really enjoy. Because we already know, man. When it comes to kids,
It's hit or miss.
Yeah, it's hit or miss, man. Like, I think miss that I could think of was from maybe 65. The daughter, I think I mentioned that.
The last hit that I can remember, keep in mind is one I can remember.
Oh, that was really good.
Was the Black Phone?
Black Phone,
girl, dude.
yeah.
That scene where she had the alcohol, talking to her
The
her
little girl.
bitch-ass dad.
Yeah.
That scene, dude. That shit was amazing.
No, yeah. So I'm glad that this person's acting was really good.
Yeah.
Same with the main character. I really like the characters too.
It's the same guy from Tenet.
From Tenet.
Yeah, the
Christopher
actor.
Nolan's movie.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that movie.
I haven't seen it. I heard
It's
it was
very confusing.
Yeah, that's why.
You got to be high IQ for that.
No, it's
No,
just,
you don't.
It's
It's
just
just
confusing.
No,
It's
it's
fucking
actually
weird.
dude. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay.
It's low key. It was
Inception made
a
more
miss.
sense, I've heard.
It was low key a miss. I'm not gonna lie.
A miss, bro. That's
And
crazy.
that motherfucker made Oppenheimer and the Dark
Interstellar.
Knight trilogy.
And Interstellar.
Oppenheimer, I gotta take a SAT before I go see it.
You know, I like how you know how I have Logan that I've never seen. Y'all have Interstellar.
That's true. I haven't seen Interstellar, man.
That is fact.
I know. I mean, I heard of it, and I know the theme song because it's popular.
So fire, man.
But when I think of Interstellar, bro, I think of Gravity. Remember that movie?
Oh yeah, thinking
2013?
of that, but better.
You thought was it actually good?
It was cool
Dude, I enjoyed that movie
because she's stranded in space.
Yeah.
Like, how did she get home?
We got bored and we left. When I saw it
guys,
when I was 13.
That's crazy.
Because do you remember our theater, our Regal? It was easy to sneak in.
Yeah.
So we actually originally went to go see that one, right? Gravity. It was a group of friends, and we're 20 minutes in, this shit lame as fuck. Let's go watch Insidious. It was the new Insidious that came out at the same time. And we left and we snuck into Insidious. And yeah, so I didn't even finish watching Gravity, but I was like, what the fuck? I think it was in 3D. It was Gravity 3D.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we had
Y'all
the
spent
classic.
$20.
It was the classic.
The red and blue shit.
No.
Oh.
It was the black ones.
Oh.
Yeah, the red and blue, bro. That's way back, bro. I was when we were 8 years old, man. Probably. I don't even know. But yeah, I would say if you're really into sci-fi, man, this is a movie you gotta check out. I really liked it. Even though this plot and it's kind of not the plot, but the relationship is similar to the whole Mandalorian and even The Last of Us. I don't think you should worry, and even 65, right? I don't think you should worry about it too much. Be it's kind of redundant. I don't want to. I think they, what Javi said, they add another layer to it where it doesn't feel that way. And just honestly, the world is really cool. And the whole intro of how the introduction of where the current state of the world was really fucking cool. And the whole thing where they recorded it in a way where it looks like it was from the 1940s or some bullshit.
Yeah.
I really like that type of stuff. And I was gonna say a spoiler real quick, but anyways, I think that's pretty much it from the spoiler non-spoiler section. So let's get Mario, let's start with you, bro. What final thoughts, your rating, and what kind of ticket is it worth, man? Is it worth your Stubbs members or?
All right, man. The curator, man. Like I said, sci-fi, space shit is really kind of my little niche. It's really easy to hook me, but if it's shit, I'll still call it out for it being shit. This movie's not shit. I really enjoyed a lot about it. Cinematography, the acting was good. Out of 10, it's tough because I feel like if I give it a 9, am I overhyping it too much? But if I feel like if I play it safe,
kind of stuff.
it's I'm like, fuck, is it an because my one critique is that relationship because I don't really buy it that much.
We'll dive more deeper later.
Yeah,
because I'm actually curious.
Because if that really got to me, I'm like, then it's not a 9 because like I feel like if you give it a 9, it's because you buy into that relationship.
Yeah.
So for me, I think I have to give it an 8. A very, very good 8, and we saw this in Dolby Cinema. It is for sure worth it.
Okay, girl. Okay.
For sure worth it.
All right, what about you, man? Final thoughts.
Same thing. It's worth the Dolby Cinema ticket.
Yeah.
Just for the cinematography and the and all of it alone, like this movie is definitely.
I'd agree with that.
You know what I mean? Like fucking, like who the fuck goes to a movie theater, watches Barbie in Dolby? Fuck you. Like this is the kind of movie you want to watch at Dolby.
Let's
be real, bro.
Said who watches Barbie in Dolby?
For real, like what the fuck? Like these are the kind of movies.
I'm gonna watch Barbie in 70mm.
I'm gonna watch Barbie in IMAX.
Yeah.
4K.
Because you said that.
Imagine.
That's crazy.
Nah, bro. I feel like movie theaters need to start like making a rule like if your movies are raw as hell.
How do they know though? That's the thing.
That's true. Right?
Like
that's true.
Like, if it has good cinematography, like if it's Barbie, it's like nah, man, that's matinee. That's basic theater.
Yeah, right.
If it's like Star Wars or the creators,
like Oppenheimer,
like, yeah, that's got to be fucking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
okay.
yeah, I feel like it's worth a Dolby Cinema ticket. I honestly really enjoyed this movie. Like I said, it's one of those movies that you just watch and you go,
yeah,
I don't see a lot of this anymore because I'm so used to my niches of MCU and DCU and Star Wars, and that you don't really see cinema movies like this. It's just kind of like nice when you watch a movie, you're like, oh shit, right? And I think I haven't seen a movie like that in a while. I think like because the last few movies we've seen, right, The Nun and It Lives Inside, like I don't feel like these movies lived up to that sort of expectation. Mm-hmm. So there was like a nice finally change of pace of a movie that I actually quite enjoyed. Cinematography, acting, the story was really cool. I like the symbolism of like, you know, humans feeling like they're better and superior to the robots, and that's why they wage war and stuff like that. I feel like the story and the symbolism, right, of what's that word? What's the word where like where it's like people like how people like are poor and they live in the slums, but there's people that are higher up that live in the rich towns. What's that fucking word called?
A hierarchy?
No, not a hierarchy. It's
a
economic class. I don't know.
No. It's something like class? No, it's not classification. What the fuck, bro? What is it? Give me 1 sec. Because it's gonna bother me if I don't know. But yeah,
like middle class, high class, low class, like that type of shit.
Yeah, like social, sort of.
Your social status?
No, I was gonna say social segregation, but it's not really segregation because they're not being like isolated off.
I mean, they kind of are. I don't know if it's just. I think it's a spoiler. I think I'm.
No, it's not really. It's not really. It's not really segregation. It's more so like robots are like. It's kind of so the reason why I'm struggling to find the word is because I was gonna say that the symbolism and the plot points between the humans and the robots is very similar to the video game Stray. Stray,
yeah.
That cat game, right? That everyone shitted on. Oh,
yeah.
You just play as a cat the whole time, and it's like that's not really what the game's about. Like, yes, you do play as a cat. But there's a deeper story going into it. So in that game, right, you play as this stray cat, and you walk around this like world that's literally the slums. It's like Gotham City. It's underground, and it's all lived in by robots. And their whole thing is they want to reach the higher ground. Because they live in this underworld like town that's like the slums. And they want to go up there with the real people where like they're living happy and the sun's always out and blah blah blah. So it's like socialism. That's the word. It's the it's the socialism where it's like they get looked down on and they're looked like less than people, so they get thrown into the slums and shit, while the real people are living up, like living good, living life, like living in the good shit, right? This movie has very similar themes because it shows that the humans are waging war against robots, and they're just thing is they don't feel like blah blah blah, even though these AIs have been advanced enough to feel and talk like humans, but they still be like, nah, they're just machines. They're just programmed to do that. So it's a lot of socialism themes going on where it's just like, are AI people too? And it starts to raise questions of like, because we have AI now, but it's just like, you know, the bullshit on Snapchat or making avatars of yourself.
We're at the very beginning of that shit.
But like,
sure.
This shows like if it was advanced enough, like, can it feel and can they be like humans and blah blah blah, right? So I like the themes in that too. along with the story between our protagonist Joshua and the kid, right, Alfie, and how they're kind of going through it and stuff like that. And I like how it pretty much explores all the themes and worlds and kind of their own little trip. You see how the robots are living and like how they're just chilling in their own land. Then you see how the people up there in the ship are living, and it's just kind of see how the tension is growing and stuff like that. That was really good. Overall, I thought it was a well-made movie. I think I would be okay if this stayed as its standalone movie. It's its own thing. I don't need a sequel. I don't need a show. I think it would be just really good if it just stays as its own thing, personally.
Yeah.
But I think I would probably give this a movie an 8.
Yeah, I was stuck too on the rating, man, because I really liked the movie, but then I was like, is it really up there? But either way, 8's still good, man.
No, it is.
So
I wasn't really stuck. I
think,
actually knew, like, I was just kind of like, okay.
Oh yeah.
That movie was really good. That I'm feeling around an 8 for it.
Yeah.
Like when the movie ended.
Yeah, I guess I don't know, man. I guess I was really liking it because I'm like, yo, shit, this is Star Wars.
It's not, bro.
It's not.
We
Oh,
always
this
say
is
that.
Star
Like, it never
Wars.
goes into space at all. Like, maybe once, but
It's
like,
still cool,
it's not
man.
even
I like
in
the
a
world a
different
lot,
universe.
man. I like the politics. I like the war. I like the
If you like the
blood.
politics, then you will like Andor.
I like the death, man. I like the cool little robots, the cool gadgets, the
Yeah, all that
the
shit.
machines. Like, it's cool, man. It's a cool world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna agree, man. Now that we're talking about it and stuff, because I was stuck, man. Not gonna lie, I was stuck between an 8 or a 9, just like Mario. But yeah, I think I'm gonna give it an 8 too. But yeah, guys, if you guys like sci-fi, check this movie out. It's definitely worth seeing at Dolby or even general admission. Doesn't matter. Go check it out. It's really cool. You guys will definitely like it. And if you're into Star Wars, you probably won't like it, according to Hive, or according to
Fuck no.
Mario, you will like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But yeah, either way, guys, that's going to be the non-spoiler. Now we're going to get into the spoiler section. Where we're going to go more deeper and stuff, because I do have a couple more questions and stuff, and I can't really ask or mention just because it's spoilers. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for listening. And yeah, 1, 2, 3. All right, we're back, guys. So really quickly before, let's go with you. I want to get into your situation, because you say you didn't buy the relationship between the two, and I kind of like, can you go any more deeper in that with that, bro?
Before he says, we should probably establish the
Premise of the movie.
the actual premise, like, because for him to explain why he didn't buy the relationship, we have to know Joshua's motive to
That's true.
saving the kid.
Yeah. Who wants to take that away?
I was gonna let Mario.
Oh, Mario, go ahead, Mario.
Oh, me to do it? I usually fuck that up.
Give it a go.
Do you want me to do
it?
I'll try, man. So I see the premise of the overall movie.
Of the overall movie is spoilers.
But like with the
Spoiler
spoilers,
talk.
you don't have to be vague about it.
All right. So basically, this movie is all about ending the AI war with humans. Because in the beginning of the movie, what we find out is that a nuke went fucking off in LA.
Yeah.
And the humans, us, we thought the AI did it. So
and was it? That's what I was confused
No, it
about.
wasn't.
That was
It
my
wasn't.
question.
No, it wasn't. We find out later that the old
It was
that
the
old
human's
looking
fault.
grandpa dude who's an AI says like it wasn't even our fault. Some human just put in the wrong code, and because of that, it went off. But we got blamed for
He's
it.
like, yeah, that's the line that he says in the movie was,
Gotcha.
it was human error and they blamed us.
yeah, there we go.
Oh,
look at that.
dude, I fucking must have missed. When was this? At the end?
This was when he captured Joshua. He was
I
like,
think so. Yeah.
it's like when the robots.
Yeah,
So it wasn't in the
yeah.
beginning, right?
No,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
no.
No, I was about to
No,
say
no, no.
because not gonna lie, that's why.
It was right before.
had-
It was right before Alfie let him escape the cage and he jumped
Yeah.
off the boat.
Yeah, because not gonna lie, part of the movie, I was like, yeah, humans. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, hoorah.
That's
Yeah,
how I
yes.
feel, bro. In the
That's how I
Rise of the
felt.
Planet of the Apes.
Deadass, you were on the
Yeah.
human side.
Yeah, I'm just like, man.
But like
man,
technically,
how the-
technically, like as an audience, you want to root for the.
I know, but the way I look at it, it's like, how the fuck
Oh,
you
no,
gonna
yeah,
lose
the
to
apes were
monkeys,
wilding
bro?
out.
Like what?
They were wilding out.
Oh,
Like, what
for
the
real?
They
fuck?
actually were. They actually were.
Well, that's how I felt with
In
this
the
movie.
first movie.
That's how I felt with this movie. Is like, yeah, bro, them motherfuckers launched a nuke on us,
Yeah.
and now look at y'all. Like we're about to eradicate y'all. Y'all like y'all in Asia. This is your last standing point.
Uh-huh.
We got this flying machine that throws
What
bombs.
was it called again? The number?
Nomad.
The Nomad.
Nomad.
Yeah, Nomad.
That's pretty
there we
cool.
go. Yeah,
Nomad.
it was
That shit
cool.
looked like some shit out of fucking Halo.
Yeah, dude, it looked fucking cool. So I'm like, yeah, bro, USA. I say USA even though it's just the human race, right? But
Yeah,
it's like
kinda,
humans,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, but
Come
I'm
on.
surprised you missed that.
Dude.
The guy literally was like, we
Dude.
found out that it was actually human error, but they blamed us.
Yeah, bro. I guess
And I was like,
man.
fuck, bro, that's crazy. And it's typical human bullshit, right? Like, we fuck up, but then we don't want to admit it, so we just blame we blame the role. That's also what I like, is that it takes these themes and it, like, puts a realistic take into them. Like if this were real life, like, we would do that. Low key.
Yeah.
Just blame the robots. The motherfuckers have no feelings, no faces and shit. What the fuck?
Yeah. Okay. That makes
sense.
No, I got it. Okay.
No,
So, anyways,
because of that nuke that with I'm gonna say America, 'cause it happened in America, blamed on AI. AI got banned in America, but except in East Asia,
it got banned in Western countries.
Western countries, might be, yeah.
So like North America,
Basically,
Australia,
all that shit, basically.
what else? I think.
They didn't specify. They just said Western.
I heard
But like like the Western countries. Those
Yeah.
those are Western countries.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna say like who didn't ban it. It was East Asia. Is that what they said?
New Asia.
New Asia. There
New
we
Asia.
go. New Asia, where this is where AI was made, I think, and they were developing it. They didn't stop. They stayed. They were like, no, they're humans, or not humans, but like they're equals. They have thoughts. They have feelings. All that type of shit. Right. And so we're introduced to Joshua, where we're on this beach. He's with his wife or whatever the fuck.
expecting a child.
Expecting a child, yes, good shit. This is a lot harder than I imagine. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Do you want me
Y'all,
to do
yeah,
it?
you do it, bro. It's a lot harder. I'm just trying.
Yo, it's tough, huh?
It is tough.
It's tough. Hey,
Should I
man,
start
you
over?
don't give me
pick,
credit.
Should I
You don't
start
give-
over or pick up where you left
Pick
off?
up where you left off.
Yeah.
So we know.
Or did you want to start?
It's
over?
because
No,
I
I
hit this
don't-
out. I'm like, what should I leave out? Like, what should I generalize and what shouldn't I
I
generalize?
think the more you do it, you'll get the hang of it, man.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why I'm struggling. I'm like, okay, what should I
Let me just-
generalize? Like, what if I leave something out that's important?
and knowing Hav is Hav, it was low key probably bothering you a bit. It's all right, bro.
that's
No,
facts.
I was just listening.
Sometimes it bothers me. Like there's some reviews where like it's just me and Mario, and like he's like botching it. I'm like, all right, Mario, stop. Let me do this.
Yeah.
Don't you remember? Like Mario, you're missing this. You're missing
Yeah,
this
that's
important
what
thing.
I'm
You're
like,
like,
what am
oh,
I missing?
You're like, what am I missing? And I tell you like, oh yeah. You know, you're just like, oh yeah. Like, come on.
It's funny.
But anyways, okay, Hop, just pick up where you left off, right? Because
So-
I'm pretty sure everyone understood what he was saying.
Okay, so like obviously like the nuke that went off, we blamed the AI
Yeah.
and blah blah blah. So I think it was 10 years after that nuke had gone off in Los
Yeah.
Angeles. We meet Joshua, which is our protagonist, and when we first see him, he's with his wife, this person
forgot
that
her
he was
name.
with, who's expecting.
A baby.
A baby.
No. What was the wife's name?
Oh, I can look it up.
Fuck.
Oh my god!
I know it's bothering me. Oh shit! That fuck. Anyways, while Mario's looking it up, he's with his
Joanne.
wife. No, it wasn't Joanne. Bro.
Maya, maybe.
Maya.
I don't know. Joanne.
He said Joanne.
It's a little harder than
I don't know
What'd you say?
Wait, he said that it was a lot harder than it looks.
Maya.
Continue.
But he's with Maya, his wife, who's expecting a child, and they're talking about how like they're gonna raise the baby together and blah blah blah. Then all of a sudden we hear explosions and there's a war going on and this and that. And you know, we get a little further into the plot. We find out that Joshua is actually an undercover soldier who was pretending to be cool with the robots and the AI robots so they could eradicate them, as Hector would say. And in result of his wife finding out that he was a spy, that he was an undercover, soldier, she abandons him and goes and flees onto these ships where the AI robots were getting away. But the fucking Nomad, which is the ship on the sky, sees that the robots are trying to get out of the island, so they send a fucking missile down and kills all of them, including Joshua's wife, who was expecting a child. So in that second, he lost his wife and his unborn child in that missile explosion. So 5 years go later, like it's another 5 years later, and we pick up on Joshua again, and he's just kind of helping out the humans, kind of clean up Ground Zero, all the skulls and the burnt people from the nuke and shit. And he's approached by the government saying, "Hey, we got another mission for you, and you got to go and find and seek out this weapon. You got to destroy it, and you're gonna do it because guess what? There's a whole hologram, and it turns out his wife's alive."
Yeah.
So that is the reason that brings them into this fucking mission, is that that the people tell him that his wife is still alive, even though he clearly saw her get fucking vaporized. It's almost like Star Wars. Anyways. But so he goes and seeks out the kid, and that's when he finds the kid. But he knows this kid knows where my wife's at. So that's why he doesn't kill the kid. And he spares him and he pals around with her. That's the real reason why he's out here trying to save her, because he knows that this kid has an idea of where my wife is, so you're gonna help me find her.
And the overall goal for the humans, I guess, is because apparently this weapon, this kid, right, is their weapon of mass destruction.
Yes.
You know, is able to change the tide of the war.
Yes.
Right? And so their goal is to eliminate the weapon, right? And not only that, eliminate what was her name? What was the person's name? Nirmata. And we got in the beginning of the movie, you got a definition of Nirmata.
Nirmata, it means
basically
the creator, which is
the creator,
which is the name of the movie,
the god or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so their plan is to locate Nirmata and eliminate Nirmata as well. So that's the overall humans race.
Who
plan.
we know is like the creator of the AIs.
I guess
because they call them Nirmata and they call them the creator and stuff like that. But like my thing was that AIs had always been a thing for many years. So it couldn't have been that they were the creator, because we're in the spoiler section. You find out later in the movie that Nirmata, the creator of the robots, is actually Joshua's wife, Maya.
Yep.
That's like the kind of big plot twist that we get halfway through the movie is, oh shit, that's Nirmata. But it doesn't make sense because, like, is Nirmata just a title? Because remember, one of the definitions is like looking up to them as a godlike figure. Yeah. So maybe it's just a name given to someone as like as like a leadership name.
I think so, because in the movie they explain that Joshua's wife, her father, was the
original. Yes, you're right.
Exactly. And taught her everything about AI.
Yeah, you're right. I remember the flashbacks.
And so when he passed, she took over the mantle, and she started creating, and she created that weapon of mass destruction. The kid. Alfie. Exactly. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why they call her the creator, Nirmata. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because she's been the creator this whole time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Joshua was hunting that person down, right? He didn't even know he was, and he has a baby with her.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Dude, imagine.
Yeah, bro.
That's just crazy.
Because it's mostly because like when you're looking at the war, right? Like on the robot side, like it's all AI people. You can tell they're AIs because they look like people, but they have like that shit in their heads where like it's a hole right through their head.
And it was mixed with human.
That's what I was going to mention.
Humans there,
I was going to mention that they are also linked up with humans. That's why it never occurred to us that Maya was Nirmata, because she was a person, not an AI. You would think the creator would have been either a robot or someone behind the scenes that you've never seen before. So that's why that plot twist kind of it surprised me.
But to be honest, bro, no, I had a feeling.
Really?
I had a feeling, and I was telling Mara I had a feeling. Want to know why? Because remember in the very first shot when they were laying down, they showed her back and it had that symbol on her. Mm-hmm. You remember that?
Oh yeah, they showed a tattoo or something, right?
Yeah, and that same symbol the kid drew. And that's when the guy, remember Josh was like, yo, what the fuck? Where'd you see this?
Oh, that's why he was asking for the picture.
He's like, what? He's like, where'd you see this? Do you know this person? Because he knows that symbol was on his wife. And then to me, I was like, oh shit, could it be that she's the creator because of this symbol? How else can this kid know? Right? That's, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so, fuck, where were we, bro? So that's the whole motive, right? That's the whole motive with Joshua. And what was I gonna say? That there are another thing that was unique about this kid was that this was like the first ever kid, like robot kid, like children that was a robot and that can actually grow. They said that that they can still grow, and when they grow, their powers also grow. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I'm like, holy shit, bro, that's kind of fucked. Mm-hmm. Like, now looking at it, but like if we're looking at the human perspective, if that's the case, man, I'm kind of like on the human race's side. It's like, yo, that's too OP, man. Like, we got to shut that down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, I didn't feel like I was one side over the other. Mm-hmm. I was, like, on the fence.
No, yeah. I feel like this movie, you're supposed to be on the fence.
You think so?
A good movie that deals with a war of any kind, where it deals with two different sides, should do a really good job of showing both perspectives so that you understand and empathize with both. Yeah. My niche being superheroes, the best example I could think of is Civil War.
Yeah,
you understand Iron Man's side, but you also understand Cap's side. and you're on the fence because you're like, fuck, they both bring up good points. What's the good side, which is not. In this movie, it's like, well, the AIs, man, they're trying to just live life and be human. These, technically speaking, because you later find out, right, that it was human error that caused that nuke, not the AIs. The AIs were like, hey, man, we were just chilling, and we're still trying to just live, but these motherfuckers want to start a war, so we got to defend ourselves. If we're bad guys because we're killing your kind, it's self-defense, bitch, because y'all coming after us.
No, yeah.
So you know what? That's why... That's like another thing where it's like you're supposed to empathize with both sides and see the perspectives and stuff.
You know what line really got to me where I was like, oh, I'm starting to see the AI side is what? After he said that or before that, I forgot, is he said like, you know what crazy is that if we win this war, the AI, nothing's going to change. We just want to be seen as equals. But if they win, we're gone. Like, we're gonna leave them alone, like the humans. Like, we're not gonna kill your people, and we're not gonna enslave you or anything. That's like that. Yeah, and I was just like, but
the humans thought the opposite. There was a scene where the humans said, "Hey, if this weapon is out there, we're gonna be the ones that are extinct." Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I felt that, bro. I'm like, nah, man. I ain't gonna let that slide. I'll be damned if I want extinct. You know what I mean? Like, you got like, I'll be damned.
Remember Secret Invasion? I ain't gonna let you do me like that.
For real, I'll be the last one and stand there face to face, Nirmada, right? But I don't. Yeah, man, I really like that. I was on the fence, you know, more so because, you know, man, it's a human race, man. Come on. But like, to be honest, bro, I think that even after everything is resolved, I still think a war would have broken out. And the reason why I think a war would have happened either way was because that weapon, that kid's OP. Because they said once they grow to their fullest potential, they can control any electronic thing in the world. Mm-hmm. Now that is a problem, including to the human race.
Yes.
You know, because you never know. Like, oh shit, what if they just want to wipe us out? Now we're no longer the creators or the apex predators. Now we're under their wing. Mm-hmm. And as me logically thinking of an army or the human race, whatever, they probably think, no, we gotta eliminate that. You know what I mean? And I guess my question is, would you eradicate that kid?
Would I?
For sake of humanity?
Well,
or would you not? Would you be like, nah, let's see how.
The question. Well, so you got to remember, Joshua kept the kid alive because he knew that the kid knew where his wife was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do I have a motive like that?
Let's see. But even after the motive, right? Even after we find out what happened, we'll talk about that in a bit. He still like didn't get rid of because he built that bond. Oh, right. But then again, their situation is kind of different. We'll explain that in a bit. Yeah. Let's see. Sure, why not? Let's make it interesting. Let's say you have the same motives as.
Whereas like this kid could help me out in a way.
Type shit. Yeah.
Then no.
But let's say after everything.
Well, just like again, that depends. Like Joshua, did I ever see the other side? Did I ever live with the robots? Did I see how they were living? Do I see their perspective? Do I see their side?
But even after that, this robot's still OP.
Okay, but I'm saying like even after
Mario, why are you?
Even after all that,
you say all this, but even after that, but like how there is no more after that. It's just what it is. Like, but even after that, like what is there?
But like I see the other side of the robot side and like how they're living. They're just
yes,
like,
bro.
Yeah. Like, I'm still killing the kid.
That's funny.
That's fair. Because like think about it, bro. Like, come on, man. That's too OP, man.
But what if she was on your side?
Hey man, it's a raps, man. We taking over the world. No, I'm playing.
No, low key, right? Low key, right? It's like, hey man, but like I fuck with y'all. So like, am I a robot? Like, can I hang with y'all?
Yeah, you're cool. We look like I just don't have that metal back head.
I just got ears.
Yeah, I'm organic.
I'm just organic. You know, I don't
need
batteries.
You know what I like too, man? Like, I really like world building, and I like to create like story. Like, I like to think of shit. Mm-hmm. And when I was watching this movie, I'm like, dang, dude, what if I made a sci-fi world like this? And you know how like they have specific lingo for specific species or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was like, dang, if this was my world, I'll probably have the robots use a slang term for humans and call them organics. Wouldn't that be kind of cool?
Or something, yeah.
So, like,
seen that done before.
These are
done before.
A lot of.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That is?
Yeah.
In what?
I can't remember, but I know for a fact I've seen like, oh, you're a filthy organic.
Ah, fuck! They took my shit.
Yeah. Fuck. It works. So you can still use it.
Nah, man. I'm trying to be lit, man. I'm trying to be original, man. They took my shit. They're like, oh look, that
like, nah, bro.
you're hanging. You're with you're with an organic. He's just not any organic dad.
He's
Like,
my organic.
Dad.
Yeah, he's my organic.
He's my.
And both of us could be organics. But anyways, okay, so yeah, that's just. Oh wait, let's go with Mario. What about you, Mario? Would you slaughter the motherfucker?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Even after you build a bond with it, or with he or she.
A bond with it? I mean, I didn't really feel the bond to begin with. So,
You know what's funny is that we never finished this point. You were supposed to explain why you didn't buy the relationship.
Oh yeah. After. Fuck, dude. I'm gonna write because I was gonna bring up what actually happened to the wife. Can you put a pin in that? Remember that?
Sure.
Okay, because I think I'm gonna forget. So anyway, so Javi explained essentially what the motive and everything. All right, Mario, let's go with you, bro. I completely forgot.
I mean, okay, so like throughout the movie, we get Joshua and Alfie. They go on this adventure where Joshua is trying to get to his wife, right? And whenever Alfie's been in danger or whatever the fuck, Joshua saved Alfie, but it was never because like, oh my god, I care about her. It was like, no, she's the key to my wife. And yeah, we got moments of them. Like the one moment where I truly felt the relationship between the two was in that bus. Where like, oh, do I go to heaven or like, oh, like what looks like we're both not going to heaven.
But even Mario, even way after that, you still said you weren't buying it.
Yeah, I said like they don't really push it until the third act, which I say it's too late. That's what I said. Because I'm like, okay, now you're really pushing it down my throat. Why couldn't I see just a tad bit earlier? Then I probably would have cared more and probably would have given the movie a 9.
I think the tad bit earlier was that bus scene.
That bus scene, like, started there.
Yeah, because it reminds me of, like, Joel and Ellie, where Joel is, from The Last of Us guys, right? Where Joel is just doing a job, right? And then there's subtle moments where Ellie does something funny and, like, Joel plays along with it, but then he immediately just snaps back into, like, Joel mode, like, work mode. But there are those moments where he breaks. And right there in that bus scene when they had the whole talk with the heaven talk, right? I think that was one of the moments where he broke, and then after he just went back to my wife mode.
And he didn't go back into it until we find out later. I don't even want to
really.
Now.
I could have sworn there were some more moments.
Well, the one that
like
stuck
the
out to
ice
me,
cream one. Maybe there was like another.
That
moment.
was with
like
the chick.
Yeah, but he was there.
He was there, but that was with the chick.
But like it's still another moment because like she says,
to me that wasn't a moment.
What I thought it kind of was for Joshua, because she says, oh, well, what do you want to eat or whatever? Or like, what do you want? And he says, to robots to be free, right? I think that was another moment to where that kind of maybe broke Joshua's like barrier, or like, oh, you know what? Oh shit, like that's kind of deep or whatever. But yeah, I guess we could talk about the when the bond really happens, and it connects perfectly with
because
we find out what actually happened to Joshua.
So we find out when Joshua and Maya were at that beach home or whatever the fuck, 3 weeks before the attack happened, when they get attacked by America, she was building Alfie. We're like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like that shit crazy.
Yeah.
So she was keeping that secret from Joshua.
Yeah.
Rightfully so, right? But this is where I get a little bit iffy. She used an embryo to make Alfie, right? Or some shit like that? What'd she say?
She used the symbiote.
Wait,
she didn't. No, I just said that as
she
a
said
joke.
something like
An
that.
embryo.
An embryo. There we go. I was like,
embryo
what
of
the
her
fuck
kid, bro.
All I remember is embryo. That's all I remember.
An embryo of a copy of her embryo of her kid, bro.
Yeah. So and that's why I'm like, this is where like the relationship kicks in.
So technically, that's Joshua's kid,
Yeah.
like a clone type shit, and that's where you see the bond. Oh shit, this dude's my kid, and it hits harder because Alfie calls the creator, right, mother, right, because technically he's a creator, or whatever. So it just hits even more. I was like, oh shit, bro, like he didn't. So it's in a sense where like Joshua didn't necessarily lose his kid.
Yeah, I know.
Right? And I think that's where it grew. But you're saying it was too late. You think that it should have been like sooner.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Not in the very
Do you
beginning,
agree with
but
that,
like
or-
somewhere in the middle, second act, bro.
Okay, what do you think?
in the middle.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
The embryo part? I could have sworn that's when they're on the mountaintop.
Right.
Wasn't that the third act?
Yeah, but then there's that whole other like.
Yeah.
That's a whole.
No, I think that was the third act.
There was a whole other part.
That's
to the
kinda
third
like
act
what
where they got to
started the
go up
third
to
act.
ship and they're working together.
That's
and
like
shit.
the actual end. But that's where like I feel like the third act begins right there is when they find that out. and then they go up there, and that's you get the climax and everything.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. Either way, Hob, do you think like it should have been established sooner?
No, because I feel like he still
think...
protected her in other ways.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel
but he's saying like there weren't enough moments of like where how I explained how Joel like there's some breaks with Joel and Ellie. He's saying that there wasn't that many like breaks. And,
I will say this: I don't think the relationship's bad or anything. Like I don't think like the chemistry on screen. Is
you just don't buy it like if it was Joel and Ellie.
Yeah, like it's not at that level to me at all.
What? To be fair, I think it's just Joel and Ellie just had more just had more time.
Yeah, that's true. That could be that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? With this, I think it was a span of like
I don't think like
3 days or like 4 days or some shit.
Something like that.
You know. But what were you saying, Mario?
I was going to say like I don't think this is like a. How should I say it? Like there was nothing there at all. You know what I mean? Like, there is something with a kid because like I said, this is how he finds his wife. Yeah. So I know he somewhat cares, but it's not like I know what you really care about, bro.
Yeah, that's what I get you. And so okay, and I guess let's mention that we find out that the wife. Okay, we find out that the human race, right, the USA or whatever the fuck is that? I think it's the USA. Lied to Joshua about the wife being alive, and I guess fooled him because we find out in the movie that you could donate your face.
Yeah, you're like this
onto other robots, which I thought was pretty cool. Like, it's cool, cause it's kind of scary. But like then again, it's kind of cool because it's like it's cool and scary because like I could do a heist and they can see my face, but is that really me? Or like it's like, oh shit, you're under arrest. Hey, that ain't me. That's kind of scary. But anyways, so
then again they can tell.
Oh yeah, right. By they do that. Shit. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
you're right. But what if we do what Alfie did and just puts a hat on?
A beanie.
Yeah,
a beanie.
You know. So
hey, you put a banana on it, and it's like, oh,
that's a wrap. Right
that's
even if all my limbs are robotic,
and no, look, bro.
I still got a bandana. That's it, bro.
What the fuck moment I found? There was two. I think I thought about right now is the checkpoint scene with the beanie thing, where that guy was checking on Alfie, and I'm like, how do you not see the robot ears, bro? But then again, I feel like they could probably. Oh no, because there's no robot kid, so that shit pop out to him.
Yeah. No. Maybe he did. Maybe he saw something. That's why he was asking to take off your hat.
Yeah, true. But then
it had to be because there was no such thing as robot kids. So how would he know? To like check for that. So he must have seen something. Like because like how we did. He's like, nah, man, take off your hat, man. What the hell is going on?
Mm-hmm. You know, the second one I told you was when they're on that mountain thing, looking at Maya, right? And they get attacked, right? I don't know if you saw it.
What?
Oh yeah.
Where they're just getting attacked, and the white lady general, she lands, and they show her at the bottom of like that huge ass mountain, right?
Yeah.
And then the next scene, they cut to her and she's there. I'm just like, wait, what a minute? She just got there like that fast. I found it funny.
Yeah, and we forgot to mention that, right? Because it's like the Mandalorian, because. Honestly, Joshua was like, "Man, fuck the mission, man. I want to find my wife, right?" So the general and like the people that are in charge of the tactics of U.S. Army or whatever, they consider him as a traitor because they think that that Joshua's protecting the shot, which he technically is, right? So they're hunting. So while that's going down, it's like cat and mouse. Like that's what's happening. These guys are tracing Joshua and trying to find him and calling him a traitor and all these different things. But yeah, Mario's mentioning the part where they finally invade that village where that temple is like. Far as fuck, and we get a shot of the general like stepping
bottom,
out,
bro.
stepping out off of the plane or some shit, and then the next shot instantly she's already at the temple like up high. And Mario's like, how the fuck? That's what keep kind of funny. Like, how the fuck did she get there? But okay, so we find out right. Obviously, the U.S. Army lied and stuff. We find out that Joshua's wife Maya actually is alive technically, and she's been in this coma for 5 years. Like this is like, yo, what the fuck? And this is the part where I was confused. Is because did we look this up? No, I don't think we did. Right?
It's not on there.
It's not. No. Fuck. Because they mentioned it. So Joshua finds out, and obviously, you know, he's like, you can see tears building up in his eyes, and he asks one of the village people, like, why do you have this person like alive? Like, why not just pull the plug? And he says something to him. Oh, it's impossible or something. Whatever. He says something. And I guess none of us heard it. And so that's when Joshua walks up to her and finds Alfie, right? on top of her, and then that's when he decides to pull the plug. And like even Alfie knew that, he could just sense it. He's like, "Goodbye, mom," or whatever. And that hit harder when you find out that's like, yo, that's his kid, right? I'm like, dang. Yeah. But that's what happens, and I'm just curious. I'm like, dang, why was it? And like the only thing I'm gonna guess, bro, is the fact that like
AIs can't kill each other.
That, but I was more saying like, oh, it's a god. So like
to them, yeah.
It's like, that's my god. I can't do that. You know what I mean? That's my only guess, and that's my headcanon. I'm gonna keep it like that, unless we find out, right?
Yeah.
And so after that, right, we find out the truth, like what Hav said. We find out the truth of what actually happened, and now they're on a mission. You know what, man? We got to get rid of this nomad, and that's when Joshua and Alfie, they breach the fucking nomad, going into space, and that's when the whole final act happens, right? They blow up the nomad, and everybody's happy, man, right? Everybody's happy except for Joshua, man. Joshua ends up sacrificing, right, himself to save his kid, right, Alfie, and they reminded me of Halo. Do you remember Halo, like skate pods and shit, whatever? Sends Alfie into the skate pod because Alfie was trapped in there. They're trying to get the door open, but they can't. Joshua's like, you know what? This is it. This is my fate, and ends up sending him away while the nomad is exploding. And before we get to that too, while Alfie was on his way to shut down the nomad, the power grid and everything like that, he goes into his room and he finds like all these robots, whatever, and he finds a robot with his mother's face and ends up dragging her and takes that chip. Because before we get to the nomad, while she was dead, that general lady tried reviving her, or like tried doing that chip thing where like you could scan someone's brain, put it in a chip, and then put it into a robot brain, and like they're alive for a couple minutes or whatever. That's pretty scary, not gonna lie. But it's pretty cool. So they tried doing that with the OG Maya, and it just so happens that Alfie has it and tried doing that to the robot that she found that had the same face as her mother. And while Alfie is going back to the planet, I'm assuming planet Earth, right? And the skate pod, the nomad's blowing up, and Joshua's just walking around accepting his fate, and actually finds that robot that Alfie dug up that looked like her mother, and with the chip in, because he puts a chip in her, and then they have that cool moment of like, where they're together, where they're together running to each other, and they end up kissing and stuff. And to me, like, that's a great moment, right? That's a great moment. It's, oh shit, right? But in my head, is like, I'm kissing a robot, man. Like, this ain't my wife. Like, come on. No, don't laugh.
It has your wife's memories for a couple seconds.
Because they end up kissing, bro. I'm kissing a robot.
Okay, but you're 3
ain't my
seconds
wife.
from dying.
Do you really care?
Do you really
At that
care?
moment, like,
I'll
really...
fuck if I have to.
Oh, fucking Javi,
I got 3 seconds.
That's enough. I'm there. I'm on my way running to you. I already busted. It was a wrap. Imagine you get a shot, right? The shot of like him running. The next shot is you're butt naked. And like by the time you guys meet, she's like, "What the fuck? You're naked? Hey, like we only got 3 more minutes. That's all we got." But anyways, like that was a great scene. I liked it, but that honestly, bro, that's just what I was thinking about. I don't know. Am I the only one on that?
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't
Really? Okay, now that I mention it, does it kind of ruin it a little bit?
No, because they had 3 seconds to die. It's like, who cares?
Man, it's a
Except they're
robot,
dead.
man.
Oh, so they're invincible. They're gonna live.
No, I'm saying like that's not my wife, bro. That's a robot. I'm kissing a robot, bro. Metal ass lips and shit.
Metal ass lips.
Yeah, type shit, right, man? Unless they
Cold
make
to the touch.
no, unless they make the robots where like the skin actually feels like skin. Then, all right,
think
cool.
that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Oh, that's what it is. I thought it was just like
No,
paint.
it's not like
no,
Terminator.
not a paint, bro. Like like Terminator type stuff. Like
No,
a
yeah,
mask
it's not
type.
like that.
Okay. Oh,
It's just that back part of that.
if that's the case.
So the head go hard.
No, low key, bro. How would that work? For real, how would that work, bro?
Like, they don't even got
Wait.
saliva.
For real, like you know how when the girl offered her ice cream and stuff, they're robots. How do they eat? They don't got organs.
Well, we don't know. I saw that
They don't have
drinking
organs. Yeah, but they don't have organs.
I know, but like I saw them drinking shit. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. Like
what the fuck?
it's one of the things where like we just gotta smoke ourselves.
It's motor oil.
Yeah,
for real, right?
It's that mobile one.
Yeah. So no, but going back to right. Oh, if it's a skin, right? Does that mean because we get a shot, right? Because that's why I'm surprised it was PG-13.
I was just looking.
We get a shot of a village being raided, and then there's holograms of 2 robots doing sexual like dances, like twerking and throwing it back.
Yeah.
And these robots had big butts, man. They got that big booty on them.
Okay.
So I don't know. Didn't you see that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I saw it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And it reminded me because before we saw that, Javi was like, "Hey," because we get a shot of them building, like how the robots are built. It looks kind of creepy, man, because their eyes are open. They're like.
They're moving.
They're moving around and shit.
Like they're conscious of what's happening. That's kind of fucking creepy. But anyways, while that's happening, right? Javi was like, "Hey man, build me a girl with a nice ass or some shit." And so we saw the hologram.
As we see them getting made, I look at Hector. I'm like, man, make my bitch bigger titties.
Yeah, there was something like that. And so when we saw the hologram of these robots, right? These robot guys or whatever sleeping, there's a hologram while they're sleeping lit up with 2 robot chicks with big, you know what I'm saying, man, right? Doing their thing. I'm like, what the fuck? So that's PG-13, bro. They were going in. That girl was throwing it back. The other girl was twerking. So, but anyways, it goes back to me. It's like, oh shit. So like, if the skin feels like skin, does that mean that robot ass feels like a real ass, man? Like,
I assume so.
And we going crazy. Sorry guys, if y'all listening, y'all cringing or whatever. But hey, I
gotta know.
I mean,
You
it's
know,
not that crazy to
give
think. Like,
analysis.
if,
I
gotta know, man.
if
It's
technology
an
ever
analysis.
gets
New
that
kink
far, bro,
obtained.
it's eventually gonna get to that. You know, because where there's money to be made, people are gonna invest in that type of shit.
Dude, honestly, bro, that's the reality.
Bro, I don't think. Have you
No,
ever
listen.
seen Blade Runner?
Nah.
The new one?
No.
In Blade Runner,
Listen.
there's a scene where there's like it's not an actual robot, but it's a hologram, and basically it's a hologram, right? But it pretends to be your wife, and it's like fully.
No, talk more closer to
Oh
the
my
mic.
bad.
There you go.
It's like a hologram, and it like pretends to be your wife, type of thing, and like it like tries to grab you and all that shit. I'm just like, it makes you one of the things where it makes you
know
think,
what's
like,
sad?
damn.
You know what's sad is if this was real life, bro. That's exactly what they would do.
Mm-hmm.
They would robot traffic these robots, jailbreak them, and make them into sex slaves.
Yeah.
That's what would happen, bro, for those sad fucks. And that's sad as fuck right there.
Yeah.
Dude, right there. Dude, not gonna lie. That's some deeper level shit. If they included that in the movie, it had to be rated R. And I would like that even more. It's like more dark. Oh, shit. Like, yo, like we're in the real shit. And maybe show some robots doing like drug trafficking and shit. Like, I don't know, man. I like that gritty stuff. That gritty sci-fi feeling. Yo, I like that.
They kind of do that in Cyberpunk, where like you can
No,
modify your body and be a whole ass robot.
Oh, I know about that. Like Cyberpunk, like it's pretty dark and like they do that type of stuff. But no, but that's what's sad. If that was real life, man, that's what would happen, bro. It's kind of weird, man. But hey, human race on top always. That's crazy. I mean, hey, don't you guys agree, man?
No.
Nah, you side with the robots?
Yeah, man. I can make my bitch bigger titties.
Nah, man.
That's the whole reason.
Nah, if it's
That's
safe for
funny.
humanity, what would Superman do? Actually, what would he do in that
I
situation?
don't know, man.
He probably would be like, "Yo, let's just live peacefully, guys."
Yeah.
And if not, like, I'm Superman. Like,
I'll just rule y'all.
yeah, right. I'll put a stop to this easily, right? Like, oh no. So some of the cool robots, because we get like these huge ass tanks, bro, right?
Yeah.
Where it's just like locks onto these enemies and they throw missiles. And you know what I thought of?
Halo.
No, not Halo.
Oh.
I mean, even though, like, not gonna lie, the tanks did kind of look like Halo-like. No, what I thought is, do you remember the parts where they lock on to objects with the blue thing? And
Yeah.
it just follows them around even if they run? What I thought was happening and what I would have done was it was a way, because you remember the robot, in this area, robots and humans are mixed.
Mm-hmm.
My thought was that they're sorting out robots between humans because we don't want to kill our human race. We're trying to save it. So we're filtering out what are the humans, what are the robots, and boom, we only target the robots, despite like the chaos of people running. That's what I thought. I feel like that would have been cool. I think I would have come up
Probably.
with that, like, you know what I mean, with that technology. Like, yo, bro, that's what's gonna happen. Then they had those suicide bombers where
Yeah,
they
that
just
was
run.
cool.
That's just
That was
cool,
raw.
man.
Yeah,
I'm
I
telling you,
like
man. I like the world. I want to see more of it, man. I want to see what's up. What if it competes with Star Wars? Dumb man. It's
highly
not
doubt
fucking
it.
with
Fuck
it.
no.
Now we gotta see Rebel Moon. because that one is definitely like Star Wars with the whole like lightsaber action going.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're gonna call them.
Light
Sabers.
That's literally the
What
same
if they
thing.
What if they say saber light?
Or how about light sources?
I said swords.
Oh, light swords.
Light swords?
Plasma swords.
Nah.
I can see that.
Something plasma or like plasma saber.
I think George Lucas was originally gonna call it that. If I'm
A plasma
I could-
sword?
I think so. Yeah.
No way.
I think so.
All right, man. But
I could be wrong. It's digging into the history. I need
But yeah, guys. I mean, that's pretty much it. Our spoiler review right there, guys. We're gonna talk. We're gonna get into Josue's response.
Ooh. No, I'm
So yeah, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening. Really, it means a lot. If you want to stick around, we'll see what Josue responded with. If you listen to our "It Lives Inside"
get back.
review, stay tuned. But yeah, let's get into it, man. So Josue says, well, first of all, right, I texted him, yo, bro, around this time, and it Lives Inside is when we talk about your question or whatever, because I don't know if you're going to see the movie or not, because some people just might not want to see the movie. And surprisingly, I just mentioned this, he says that he listens to the spoiler reviews even though he doesn't watch the movies.
Oh wow.
Okay, appreciate that.
He said, because he says, oh, like, I know I'm not going to watch it. Like, I know I'm not going to watch the movie,
Makes sense.
but I
Makes
still
sense.
want to hear you guys talk. And
I would
like,
do that too.
Whatever. You do that too?
If it's a movie I know I'm not gonna watch, then yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Well, shout out. Yeah, well, hey, man. Because shout out to
Appreciate it.
Yeah, shout out to Josue,
I guess
man.
my
That's
only
what he
question
does.
is, because we give our non-spoiler review first. If he hears our non-spoiler review and he's like, "Whoa, that movie actually does sound cool," and the
He could
guys,
just stop it there.
And
does,
he'll
he,
just stop
does
it,
he
yeah.
stop it there?
Well, no, he says he continues on for movies that doesn't want to see. He gave
But
me
what
examples.
if it's a movie he wants to see?
Oh, for sure.
You
He'll
think he
probably stop.
stops?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Or like, yeah, because the ones he gave me, for example, was Sisu, Get Out. He listened to the Get Out one. Remember that? That's way back.
Oh wow.
That's way back. Elemental, Talk to Me, bro. You got to see Talk to Me. And like, and
That's
why'd you listen?
crazy.
And why'd you listen to the spoiler review for Talk to Me, bro? That was actually good as fuck. You're a bitch. Same with Barbarian.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Right. The Nun too. I get it.
I get it.
The Voyage of Demeter. Get it.
Get it.
But TMNT, the new TMNT,
That's crazy.
I can see that one, but I can see like
and Mission Impossible.
Nah,
Nah,
bro, nah,
it was fire.
Nah,
Yeah, I'm just listening. I'm just giving examples of the ones he said that he listened to without like Evil Dead.
Yeah, I can see that one. I can see that.
Oh shit! Hang on, I think I'm reading this wrong.
bro.
I read this wrong,
Oh, my
guys.
God.
Hold on, I think I read this wrong because he says, "Yeah, bro, I listen to spoiler reviews and all of that because I know I'm not gonna watch the movie, and if I am, it's not a movie, it's not a movie I'm anticipating, such as." Then he lists off, so I'm wrong.
Okay.
Never mind. So I guess these were the movies that he was anticipating, and that's why. Okay, I get it. My bad. So yeah, he was anticipating to all these movies. D&D, that was a good one too. But yeah, so let's see. Also about Also about the whole Loki situation, I fully understand now. It all makes sense. So let Hav know that I said thank you. And he says, continue, bro. Oh my gosh, that Hav Cinema segment of the pod was so damn funny.
Oh,
A movie theater room dedicated exclusively for Spider-Man 2. And he's putting a bunch of like laughing emojis. And he says, "Does Hav really like Mountain Dew?" Crying emojis. Bro, he says, "Bro, that drink is so nasty." He said it's nasty, Hav.
He said, if anything, I prefer diet.
Ooh. He said it's nasty, and he says, "Don't tell him I said that."
and then you go and you tell him.
Hey man, I told him. I mean, yeah, sorry, was what I told him. Dang, he said Mountain Dew nasty, huh? What's your rebuttal, man?
It's fucked, bro.
What?
It's nasty.
Fucking no, like I mean, I like the taste of it, but it's really fucking bad for you.
Hey, but it's fire. It tastes good though.
Yeah, that's why I'll drink.
Just like hot dogs, bro. Hot dogs are made like fucked. But
Yeah.
like, I'm eating them, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he just says, "Wait, didn't they discontinue Mountain Dew? I don't see it in stores anymore or in soda fountains."
No, they still have them.
Bro, like, yeah, I don't know. No, I think he's
Talking about.
I think it was Swiss from Cali.
Oh, I don't know.
So I don't know what
Could
the
be
fuck.
illegal
Yeah, I don't know
there.
what the fuck's wrong with you, Josue, man.
He said, "What the fuck is
fuck,
wrong
bro?
with you?" Is what he
This
said.
man.
Hey man, he's my dog, man. He already know what's up, man. He be texting me on the low, man. Yo, man, so I got these questions. And I tell him, yo, you're gonna have to wait, bro, because I don't even know what the fuck.
I don't even know.
Like, I don't
Oh
know.
shit! He's like, "You asking the wrong dude."
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, you're gonna. I don't even know, bro. And and now not only that, before we end the pod, right? Because that's all he had to say, right? Before we end the pod, Danny, shout out to Danny, right? You guys know Danny. Danny listened to the pod as well. It lives inside.
Okay.
And he told me to tell you, and Josue, I don't know if this may be going to question your life or whatever, but he told me to tell you that you were wrong about Loki, not knowing what the Infinity Stones. Apparently, that he did know.
Okay, then yeah, it makes sense because
And-
I barely remembered either.
God damn it. And he says apparently it wasn't a different timeline or something like that. I don't know.
Different
Danny
timeline.
I don't know, bro. Danny, bro, it was like 10 at night, bro. Danny called me.
Fucking Danny, dude. That, bro.
That is the most Danny move.
Dude, tell your cousin he's stupid, bro. He's wrong. He just misinformed our boy Josue. This is really what happened. And I'm like, what? Danny, what are you talking about? No, bro. Listen, I'm listening to you live inside
Like,
of
listen,
you.
bro. I know my shit.
Javi's wrong, okay? Let me tell you what really happened. And he went on like a 10-minute Ramis rant, right? hey.
Oh my god.
Hey, that's a joke right there, bro. That's a joke. Man, I like that we have all these inside jokes for everybody. Shout out to you, Ramis, man. Please send us another one, man. I'm just
He's
kidding.
gonna make it 30 minutes.
Hey, man, let him, man. Fuck.
Hey, y'all think it's funny, huh?
Man, no, you know what? Hey,
It's my life
hey,
story.
Hey, he's from. Should we mention where he's from? I mean, I know he did. I mean, we mentioned it in the previous pod, right? He lives near Skokie.
Yeah.
So, hey, man. Hey, Ramis, man. We'll link up with you. You could be on the pod. Future guest. I want to hear these rants you got. But anyway, shout out to you, Ramis, man. Much love. But yeah, bro, he went on a rant. He's like, yo, bro, that's not true. So, Josue, now that you're listening to this, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like Javi just literally said, oh, yeah, that makes sense then. Blah, blah, blah. Like, so does that mean what Javi just said is not credible no more? I don't fucking know, man. Josue, just message the pod account or message me, whatever, and let me know if you're more confused or whatever. But, yeah, I mean, have you you have any final words for Josue, bro?
Not really.
Like, he said not.
Because even I don't know.
You know what's fucked?
I had a general idea.
You know what's
as to
fucked,
what-
bro? Javi said, I don't even know. But, like, that convo was, like, 40 minutes of just him explaining it.
Yeah.
Like, god damn.
I said, but I kept saying I believe and I think this is what happened.
Ooh. But Josue responded, hey, man, now I understand. Thanks to you, Jav. Tell him I said thank you. No, but yeah, we'll probably... Yeah, man. I don't know, man. We'll figure it out, you know. And if anything, Josue, I'll probably DM you behind the scenes of what actually happens or something. I don't fucking know. But yeah, guys, with that being said, that's going to be the end of our review for The Creator. And thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.
Peace.
See ya.